Welcome back. In the previous lesson, we discussed about the JupyterLab and Markdown. Now in this lesson, let's get started with the Python with the basic statement, which is print. The name itself will say that it will print some expression, it will print some string, operations, numerics, and whatever. We can actually print all the expressions or value. The simple syntax of the print is print, and within the braces you need to put some expression, and this expression can be anything. It could be a string saying like print hello world, or print 2 plus 3 some operations. You can also give some numbers. We can also print some complex data frames and etc. So more or less it's kind of an object. Let's quickly jump to the JupyterLab and see our first program. I'm in the JupyterLab. Now let me create a new notebook by just clicking on the Python conda env base, and let me rename this as print statements. So whenever you're trying to rename, don't edit this, don't remove this. I mean, you have to be that IPYNV should be there. Okay, so we are good. Now let me minimize this file explorer. Let me write my first Python program, and all I need to do is a simple print statement. Print and open the braces, and you have to do some expressions. So let's say I want to use hello world. That's it. That's the first Python program I want to execute. Now once you have this, the next step is we want to execute the cell. In order to execute the cell, I already told you many times that we need to click on this either run button, or the shortcut key is shift plus enter. I will always use the shift plus enter. It's a shortcut key because it is convenient for me. So means I want to use shift plus enter to execute the cell. Okay, and here what I see is the hashtag, which generally called the comments. So this will not get executed whatever you put in the after the hashtag, and this will not execute it. This is the comments in Python. Okay, now let me execute this, and since I use a shift plus enter, and here you go, this is what the output which is displayed immediately after the cell. So what you see is the hello world. It's not only the print statement, we have just used the string. We can also print some numbers, some number 2, and we can also use print some operations 2 plus 3 and so on. So those kind of operations is even possible with the print statement. So let me execute this with the shift plus enter, and here you can see that I use the 2, that is got its displayed arithmetic operation 2 plus 3, and the answer is being displayed here. This makes the Python very simple, and it makes the print statement very easy. All you need to do is use the command which is print and execute it. That's it. Alright, now let's jump back to our notes and see what else we can do with the print statements. Just now we have seen that we have actually executed one expression, but however in print we can actually execute n number of expressions. Just we need to put the comma, which is what the separation between the one expression to other expression, and we can actually put n number of. So which I mean is, for example, let's say print, you can actually use the string and also some operations. So the information can be actually put in the same print statement. All you need to do is you need to put a separation comma. And this kind of syntax generally won't see. You generally see some kind of an aux, something like this, star args. So whenever you're seeing in the syntax something like star args, which means that there could be n number of expressions is possible. Okay, let's go back to our JupyterLab and see this example. Okay, so what I mean to say is that if I type a print and open the braces, now let's use a shortcut key shift plus tab. I'm just telling you again, the shortcut key is Shift plus Tab. You need to put the cursor inside the braces, and inside the braces use a shortcut key Shift plus Tab. And as soon as if you hit the Shift plus Tab, you can see the docstring of the print statement. So which actually gave you the syntax that we need to follow. So here you can see the syntax is this: print and followed by star args, which means arguments, which actually means we can use as many expressions as possible, something like this, which I have shown you. And then we also have some arguments like SAP, END, file, and flush. We're going to see this later on, but let's try to understand args. As I told you, args, which means that we can actually put as many expressions as possible. So let's see that information. So here, let me do one thing. So let's say I will use 2 plus 3, and which is a string. So if I execute this, I'll get only 2 plus 3 equal to, this is a string. And if I want the value here, I can actually mention it. Something like this. All I have to do is that just put the separation between string and any operation. Even you can also put the string and string also. So here in this case 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So what I meant to say is that you can use as many expressions as possible. Let's say this is A, I'll put comma B and comma C, comma D, whatever. So I can actually put n number of information, and each and every string or numbers, all I need to do is that I need to put a separation, comma. I can actually print this information. But here you notice that A, and there is one space is there. After that we got B and one space and C. Suppose if at all we don't want the spaces, then if you put comma and use a Shift Tab, and here you can see we got the args, and then after that immediately you see SCP. SCP stands the separation. So what exactly I need to separate by? So which means that this is the expression 1 and this is my expression 2, and between the expression what exactly I want to put. So here by default the separation is 1 space, and if you don't want the space, what I can do is that I can put the SCP is some empty, nothing is there. So now if I execute this, and here you can see that there is no spaces there between the one expression to other expression, and all information has actually been printed here. And it's not only the empty, we can actually put any other information. For example, between one expression to other expression, if I want dash, I can even put this. I'll put a dash. Now what happens is that between one expression to other expression, there will be a dash here. See, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, and so on. So whatever the expressions, what are the special character we want to put, we can actually put. And even you can put the string also. For example, I want to put some data, which is a string. Now here you can see that A followed by data, B followed by data, and after that we got C and data and D. Something like this. Cool. Hope now you understand what is star args, which is an arguments, and also we have seen one of the argument in the print statement, which is SEP, nothing but separator.